Welcome back to my studio. I'm working on another one of my little baby paintings, my embryos, and this one is a commission. It's based on a piece that I did previously, a much larger painting called Everlasting Bond. So this is a pair of cardinals in a plum tree, and they're just together there in all those beautiful blossoms around them, and I have painted the background with mixtures of phthalo blue plus cadmium orange plus white, and it gives me several different shades. Some of these mixtures have more blue in them, some of them have more green. This has a lot more white, but that green accentuates the red of Mr. Chipper's, our male cardinal, and also the red in Mrs. Chipper's. And then I'm going to have really dark magenta purple flowers behind her to accentuate her light dove-colored chest. Anyway, here we go. The flowers have been washed in with mixtures of magenta plus dioxazine purple plus liquid. They've been allowed to dry, and so now I come back and start painting with opaque paint. That's hard to say. Opaque oil paint. How's that? I showed you a couple of the steps beforehand where it was washed in completely, and then I also showed you all of my paint mixtures laid out on the palette. Well, I just start working with some of the multiple colors. I have lots of colors for my flower mixes because if you look in nature, flowers are not all the same color, same shade. There's lots of different colors within them. And so I like to work with several different mixtures and just start getting that paint up on the canvas. I'm using a bright brush. It's a square-ended brush, and by holding my brush vertically, I can make smaller strokes. If I hold it flat, I can make larger strokes. And I want this color behind Miss Chipper's to be darker. So I can work carefully. I can use the corner of that big brush to work around my sketch of her. The base sketch, the cardinal was alizarin crimson plus liquid. These purples in here are mixes of my mud, which is 2 parts of ultramarine blue and 1 part of alizarin crimson plus liquid. And again, that was drawn up and has been allowed to dry. So if I say I paint over that and I don't want that, I can just come back and lift off that color with a clean brush dipped in my paint thinner. And I use Terpenoid odorless paint thinner. It's a true odorless paint thinner. Unfortunately, the odorless paint thinner that you buy like at Home Depot or Lowe's is not totally odorless. And since my easel is set up in what most people would have as their living room, it's my studio, but since it's in the house and where I'm in all the time, I use this Terpenoid odorless paint thinner because it doesn't smell. I don't get that smell anywhere. So I carefully work around Miss Chipper's. Like I say, I've got several different shades. Here I've got more of the purpley blue tones that drops these flowers back. These flowers then are brighter. I'm going to demonstrate just this clump around her so that you can see how I paint these flowers. And usually the little buds, the new blossoms coming out, are darker. They're richer before they've opened up, so that's what I'm getting in here. And then this is some of my magenta plus white. This gives me a brighter. My collector Gina has asked, the flowers in the original piece were lighter than this, but these we want darker because she said she'd like little white freckles on the flowers, so we can do that. That's the fun of commissions, collaborations, is my collectors come up with lots of different ideas that I just don't think of. So it really makes it lots of fun. Again, I can work around her. Now I'm going to start bringing some of my little brighter color in here. Now let there be lots of texture on these flowers, so that when that painting is completely dry, you can run your hand over it and actually feel the flowers. I have a friend who's blind, and she loves to be able to just run her fingers over a painting. She was sighted until she was about 30, so she could see. So she remembers how things look. So she can run her hands over a painting, and I can say, well, this is Plum Blossoms. And she says, oh, yes, I know what those look like. And she can feel them and really enjoys that. So I like to paint with lots of texture. I admire my friend Diane, who's blind. Her courage, her positive outlook. She said, just because the camera of my eyes isn't working doesn't mean that I can't see the beauty of God's world. So she says, I feel it in my heart. On a sunny day, I can feel that warmth of the flowers or the warmth of the sunshine, and just special lady. Very inspiring. So I'm going to make this a little bit lighter here, as that sun is hitting those. Now I'm going to put the darker centers within these little blossoms. I'm going to brace my hand. This is my maul stick. I hook this over the top of the easel, and I can just brace my hand on this. This steadies my hand as I start doing some of these centers. I want that dark center in the middle of the flower. And I have to keep wiping my brush because I pick up that lighter paint. And so I want this to be dark. And this is a mixture of my magenta plus some liquid. These darks go behind here. This is painted on what we call an ampersand panel. Company's ampersand, AMPERSAND. I buy these panels at, you can get them on Jerry's Artorama, Cheap Joe's, and the panels are, not sure what it's like a canvas textured board, and it has 1.5 inch sides. I paint the sides black, then tape off the edge, and then I do my painting. When I'm done, I just pull that tape off of the edge, and the painting's framed. In fact, you can see here on the edge the tape there. Here's one of the ampersand panels that I have coated with one coat of white acrylic. I use Liquitex Basics acrylic, the titanium white. I just put a coat on there using a foam brush, and then using the Liquitex Basics black acrylic, I do the sides with, again, just paint them with a foam brush. I also do a white square on the back. This is where I'll label it with the title, copyright Mikki Senkarik, and my inventory control number, my code of authenticity number, and then I sign it, and I put my website there. I will also put a hanging wire on there. I have not done this one yet. But this just shows you the panels, and again, they're really wonderful to work on. And they come in a lot of different sizes. I prefer the 6x6 and the 10x10, but they come in rectangular sizes also. And again, that's Cheap Joe's, and also Jerry's Artorama has them. So anyway, I appreciate you following along on my YouTube videos. Please subscribe to my channel and visit my blog, The link is in the description below. Just click on that and you will go to the blog for this painting. You'll see the complete step-by-step process. So you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Happy painting. And just remember, today is a great day to have a great day, and it's a great day to be kind to somebody. Help somebody out. You never know how that may change their day. May change it from a bad one to a really great one. So take care, and thanks again.